I'm already at the oven. I've already started my sauteing of the onions and my garlic. I just have my electric eye over a medium heat, and I'm just sauteing them just briefly enough just to get them a little translucent. So when I add my risotto, there'll be a little bit of flavor to this risotto. And I've added a little bit of pepper. I'm not going to add salt because when we add our broth, that has some salt in it already, a little bit of sodium, so I don't need to salt it as much. So I think this looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add my risotto. I'm going to add the entire thing and just kind of toast it a little bit and get that onion and garlic incorporated into the risotto before I add my liquid. Very simple. So now that's all incorporated. Now what I can do is I can start adding that broth. And what I'll do for now is just add a good bit. And what happens is the risotto is going to soak up this liquid. So you want to have plenty on hand, because as it soaks it up, you'll need to add more. Now if you don't want to use a broth, you can use water, you can use wine. It really doesn't matter, as long as it's a liquid, so that risotto has a place to grow. And this takes about 20 minutes. If you wanted to cook this entire meal, it could be done in 20 minutes. By the time that fish is done, you can plate up your risotto. By the time those tomatoes are done, you can plate up your risotto. So I'm just going to continue to do this until it is tender. And what you can do is, if you don't want to stand here and stir it all day, which is one of the reasons people don't like to make risotto, a really good trick is to go ahead and add most of your liquid and put a lid on it. Put a lid on it. So you know what, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you guys here when my risotto is done, and then I'll show you how to add those ingredients, alright? Hey everybody, we're back. Our risotto is done, and what I've already done is finished off my risotto with that 2 pats of butter, and I halved my risotto so I can make 2 versions. So I left half of my mixture in the pan, and then I brought out my next mixture. So for the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the one for the mushroom risotto. So here are my ingredients. I'm just going to add in the rest of my mushrooms and mix that in. And the rice is going to be kind of sticky, so just, you know, work with it. And then I'm also going to add my thyme. Remember that thyme we had? I'm just going to mix that in. That's going to give it a really nice fresh flavor, and it goes really well with the tomatoes that are going to go with it. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear out some baby spinach, and that's just to give some green, nice color to the risotto. And if you want to, you can go ahead and add some more pepper or salt as you need to. I'm not going to add any salt to it right now. And we're just going to mix that all together. And that's that. And that's our first risotto. So now we're going to work on our second risotto. This is going to be the one we're going to put in the saffron and the cheese. So it's already been finished off with some butter. So I'm just going to add in my cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want. I have a mixture of mozzarella in here. So I'm just going to mix that in. And that'll melt in very nicely. And then all you need is a little bit of saffron, not that much. That is enough. Maybe a little bit more, but I wouldn't use that much because it's going to put in some color. And it's going to start coloring the risotto. It's going to turn a pretty yellow color. Take a few moments. And that is all you need to do. So I'll meet you back here, and I'm going to plate up all these dishes so you can see how everything turns out. I'll see you in a few moments. Hey everybody, we're back. Finally, it's time for the taste. So let's get started. Our fish is ready, and our tomatoes are ready. Yum, 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 yum. So I'm just going to take one and plate it with my mushroom risotto. And then I'm going to get me a small piece of fish. I'm going to try to get a little of everything. Look at those beautiful colors. And I'm going to have that. Get some tomatoes with my saffron risotto. I'm going to get a fork. Are we ready? First, saffron risotto with a little bit of fish. That's going to be nice. The fish is very light, really flaky and moist. Saffron is really creamy. Yeah, that's going to be really good for dinner or lunch, whatever you want to do. So, now for the mushroom salad. This is really good. Now, if you want to add a little bit of salt to finish it off, that's fine. Let me see how this tomato is looking. Looks really nice. It melts in your mouth. Perfect salt and that olive oil. It's really great. And of course, the mushrooms. You feel like you're eating a little bit of meat. Won't miss the meat. This recipe takes about 20 minutes. You can do them separate or together. Everything can come out in 20 to 25 minutes. If you time it right, risotto only takes about 20 minutes to make. Fish and tomatoes only take about 20 minutes to make. I hope you enjoy these recipes. If you have any questions or suggestions for Kay, please leave them at the bottom. Please subscribe.